Namaste and welcome to Mindfully Yoga. My name is Ryan. It is with great pleasure and joy I like to share with you the news that my channel has just hit 1,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for your support, as it is a significant milestone on my journey to share my love of yoga with the rest of the world. I like to celebrate this milestone with you by doing a 60-minute yoga flow practice together. This practice is very close to the way I would normally teach a class in a yoga studio, and it includes a nice warm-up, a dynamic flow, some sun salutations, as well as a short pranayam practice. So let's get started. Make your way into a comfortable seat. You can either be seated like me, cross-legged, or you're welcome to sit kneeling down with your glutes onto your heels. Wherever you find yourself, place your hands wherever they feel the most comfortable and close your eyes. With the next inhale, gently straighten the spine. With the exhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Bring awareness now to your glutes and your hips. Let the glutes and the hips sink into the support beneath you. Relax through your legs, your ankles, the feet, and the toes. Soften through the upper back, the arms, wrists, hands, and fingers. And now relaxing the back of the neck, the muscles in the face, and the jaw. Let's go inwards for a few moments and notice the body. Doing a body scan from the crown of the head all the way down to your toes. Notice areas of ease and areas of aches, pains, or tightness. And keeping everything together in your awareness at the same time. With the next exhalation, taking your awareness away from the body to the breath. Place your attention to the tips of your nostrils. Noticing the breath go in and out of the body. Noticing the length and depth of your breath. And when we notice the breath, resisting the urge to change the breath in any way, Simply observing the length and depth of the breath. And taking a few moments here to set an intention for your practice. Now softly opening your eyes. We're going to start the practice with a neck stretch. Take your right hand towards the sky and place the right hand above your left ear. Tilt the right ear towards the right shoulder and then maybe extend the left hand to the side. 2 more breaths here. Now straighten the spine, place the left hand down, right hand reaches up and then up and over into a side stretch. Make sure that the right buttock is still on the mat. If the right glute begins to lift, you've gone too far. 1 more breath here. Straighten the spine, place the right hand on the right knee, left hand to the sky. Place it above your right ear and tilt the left ear towards the left shoulder. You're welcome to extend your right hand to the right side. 2 more breaths here. Now straighten the spine, right palm to the earth, left hand up and over. And then again, noticing if the left glute is beginning to lift, pressing both sit bones into the mat. Come back to center, place your hands onto your knees. Few shoulder rolls in any particular direction. It doesn't matter which side or which direction the shoulder rolls are in. Now find stillness. We're going to take the right hand, place it on the left knee. Left hand goes behind you into a twist. Try and sit as tall as possible. And maybe you can deepen the twist by taking your gaze towards the back of the room. 1 more breath here. Come back to center and then swap. Place the left hand on the right knee. Right hand goes behind you. And then gaze over your right shoulder towards the back of the room. 1 more breath here. Come back to center. Let's make our way into all fours. Come onto your hands and your knees. Bring your wrists below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. Once the joints are stacked, let's go through a few cat-cows here. On the inhale, lower the belly towards the ground. On the exhale, around the upper back. So with every inhale, shining the heart open, lifting the tailbone. With the exhale, tucking the chin into the chest. So continue like this. Go through a few cat-cow-like movements. Notice the tilting of the pelvis. And notice how other parts of the body feel when we're going through our cat-cows. 1 more round here. Inhale, shine your heart open. Exhale, dome the upper back. Tuck the chin into the chest. Find your way into all fours. Now we're going to go through our bird dogs. Take your left leg, extend it towards the back of the room. So don't worry about the height of the leg. The leg can be here, but try and keep your knee as straight as possible and hips square. Shift the weight onto the left hand. Extend the right hand towards the front. On the inhale, fill up. On the exhale, elbow to the knee or close enough is good enough. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend again. Exhale, elbow to the knee. On the next inhale, we extend. Now bend the knee, grab hold of the foot with the hand. Open the right shoulder, look to the right side. Hold here for 2 more breaths. Now come into an extension and meet me in all fours. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Extend the right leg towards the back and the left hand towards the front. Now the weight on the right palm, gaze down on the mat. Inhale to fill up. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to the knee. One more repetition. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Come into an extension again. Now bend the knee, grab hold of the foot with the hand. Yawn, open the left shoulder, look to the left side. One more breath here. Transition back to an extension and then meet me in all fours. One round of cat-cow. Find stillness. Now let's prepare for puppy pose. The hips and the knees remain stationary, so the lower part of the body does not move. We are simply walking our hands forward until the forehead arrives on the mat. Now you're welcome to stay here, or some of you might be able to place your chin on the mat. If we are placing the chin on the mat, make sure that there's no pressure on the cervical spine or the neck. Slide forward into Sphinx pose, bringing the elbows below the shoulders. Pubic bone sinks into the mat, untuck your toes. Lift the chest higher, draw the shoulders away from the ears. One more breath here. Now let's tuck our toes. Take a gaze at the space between the thumbs, beginning by first lifting the hips. This is your supported forearm plank. If you like a stronger expression, lift the knees off the mat and gaze at the space between your thumbs. Now, not a good idea to hold your breath if you are in forearm plank, so making sure that the breathing is easy and relaxed. We hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lower the knees to the mat, untuck the toes. Slide your hands next to your upper ribs and then meet me in child's pose. Big toes touch, knees as wide as a mat. Hips go towards the heels. Once we arrive in child's pose, we want to lift our head and walk our hands to the left side of the room. Maybe the right palm is on top of the left. Inhale, lift your head, walk your hands to the other side of the room. Maybe the left palm on top of the right. Slowly come back to center and then transition to all fours. Come onto your hands and your knees. One last thing to wake up the core and then we'll go into down dog. Walk your hands half a palm length forward. Now lean forward slightly until the shoulders are above the wrist. We're going to tuck the toes and gently hover the knees off the mat. So we want to try and keep the back as flat as possible and don't let the head drop. Keep the crown of the head steady towards the front. Hold here for 2 more breaths. And then let's transition to downward facing dog. So in down dog, have a look at your hands. Make sure the fingers are spread wide and there's no hollowness between your palms and the mat. Now once you have a grip with your hands, as you press the finger knuckles in, push your chest towards your thighs. Now sometimes the heels don't reach the floor and that's okay. We can bend the knees to get a more grounded feeling in downward facing dog. One more breath here. Now slowly walk your feet to your hands. Come into forward fold at the top of the mat. Once we are here, we're going to hold on to the opposite elbows and then maybe sway from side to side, coming into ragdoll. You can bend your knees here. So noticing the lower back and also noticing the hamstrings. And now find stillness. Release the elbows, come into forward fold. Generous bend in the knees, fingertips touch the mat. On the next inhale, glide your hands onto your shins. Achieve a flat back. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale to rise, hands to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's step the right foot back, followed by the left foot as we come into a high plank. Now from here, it's the first round, so let's lower the knees down, untuck the toes, come all the way down with control. On the inhale, come into a cobra, press the tops of the feet into the mat. On the exhale, tuck your toes, go to downward facing dog. One more breath here. Let's walk our feet all the way towards our hands. Come into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Hands go towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Left foot steps back this time, followed by the right foot. And this time, from high to low plank, with or without the knees on the mat, Chaturanga, Cobra or upward facing dog. Changing your back bend to suit your body, and then downward facing dog. So that's one round. Let's do one more round of Sun Salutation. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Left foot steps forward to meet the right foot, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Right foot to the back of the mat, followed by the left foot, high plank. Your Vinyasa flow, Chaturanga, Cobra or upward facing dog will meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Right foot steps forward to meet the left foot, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Hands go towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Left foot to the back of the mat, followed by the right foot. And your flow here, Chaturanga, Cobra or up dog, will meet in down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Hands to the sky, low lunge. Let the tailbone descend to the earth as we lift and reach with the hands towards the sky. Find your drishti, your gaze. Bring your fingertips down to frame the right foot. Come into runner's lunge again. Then we straighten the front knee into pyramid pose. Now if the hands don't reach the floor in pyramid, it's okay. You can place your hands on the shin or around the ankles. Or you can use blocks if you have blocks at home. Gently transition back to runner's lunge. Keep walking your hands past your foot as we go into splits. Left leg lifts. Hips square, toes point to the earth. And we fold our forehead towards our shin. One more breath here. Transition back to runner's lunge and then to revolve twist. Left hand down, right hand to the sky. Spread the fingers wide on the top hand. Maybe look towards your right thumb if it feels okay for the neck. Right hand comes down on the inhale. On the exhale, come to high lunge. Hands go towards the sky. Right hip back, left hip forward. Right knee above the right ankle. The back heel is lifted. And like we did in low lunge, find your gaze, your drishti. Inhale to fill up, exhale to warrior two. So the left toes now pointing to the left side, hands go in opposite direction. My gaze is straight ahead over the middle finger, and I'm pressing through all four corners of both feet into the mat. Inhale to straighten the front knee, exhale to reach forward and down to triangle. Right hand in front of the right shin, left hand to the sky. Not compulsory for the right hand to reach the floor. It's more important that the left shoulder is not collapsing forward. We want to be as upright as possible. One more breath here. Let's go into runner's lunge. All toes now begin to face the front. Step back to a high plank. Let's take a vinyasa floor here, or you can skip the floor and go straight to downward facing dog. You can modify the practice to suit your body. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee down and untuck the toes. Hands go towards the sky. Gaze straight ahead. Press the top of the right foot into the mat. Notice the right hip. One more breath here. Fingertips come down to frame the left foot. Tuck the toes on the back leg, lift the back knee, and then straighten the front knee to pyramid pose. Both knees straight. And a reminder, if the hands don't reach the floor, you can place them on blocks or on your shin or ankle. Now inhale to bend the front knee. Exhale to splits. The right leg begins to lift. Reminder, it's not about the height of the leg. It's about training our balance. So the right hip is square and the toes point to the floor. Gaze towards the back. One more breath here. Return the right foot to the back of the mat. Arrive in a runner's lunge. Right hand to the mat. Left hand to the sky. Spread the fingers wide on the top hand. Maybe look towards your left thumb if it feels okay to do so. One more breath here. Bring the left hand down on the inhale. On the exhale, come to rise into high lunge. So we want the left knee to be above the left ankle. Draw the ribs and the lower belly in so the core is engaged. And then keep the back heel lifted. One more breath here. Inhale to fill up. Exhale to warrior two. Hands go in opposite directions. Gaze straight ahead. Tailbone descends towards the floor and pressing through all four corners of both feet into the mat. Inhale to straighten the front knee. Exhale to reach forward and then down to triangle. Gaze towards the fingertips or the right thumb if it's okay for the neck. Two more breaths here. Now gently come back into a runner's lunge and step back to high plank. Take your flow here, or you can skip the flow and go straight to downward facing dog. Unclench the jaw, soften the muscles in the face. We'll do the same sequence again. In some other poses, I'll provide additional options. It's up to you whether you like to take those options or skip them. Nothing is compulsory. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes, hands sweep to the sky. Now you're welcome to stay here, or you can add a twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Both palms face the right side, fingers spread wide. You can stay here or reverse this. Left hand to the right thigh. Sorry, right hand to the left thigh, left hand to the sky. One more breath here. Slowly windmill the hands. Come into a runner's lunge. From here, transition to pyramid, straighten the front knee. If you like a bit more, you can float the toes of the front foot off the mat and then flex them towards your face. One more breath here. Return the foot to the mat. Transition to standing splits. Left leg lifts off the mat. You can stay here or choose to pulse. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, left knee to the right calf. Inhale, extend. Exhale, connect. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Extend again. And then lower the left foot to the back of the mat. Go into easy twist or revolve twist. Lift the back of the left knee. Lift the back of the left thigh, the hamstring. One more breath here. Return the right hand to the ground and then transition to high lunge. Hands go towards the sky. You can now stay here or sweep the hands to the back of the room and bring your forehead above your toes or thereabouts. Shoulder blades will seek each other. Draw the lower belly away from the inner thigh. One breath here. On the inhale, come back to high lunge. On the exhale, go to warrior two. Grounding down through all four corners of both feet, fingers glued together. Palms face the floor, and we look straight ahead with purpose, with determination. Inhale to straighten the front knee. Exhale, reach forward and then down to triangle. You can stay here or you can choose to take a half pine. Wrap the left hand around the right hip. Yawn, open the left shoulder. Crown of the head going towards the front of the room. Left hip going towards the back of the room. One more breath here. Transition to runner's lunge and then step back to high plank. Let's take a flow here. High to low plank, with or without the knees on the mat. Cobra or up dog, your choice of back bend. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Hands go towards the sky. You can stay here in low lunge or add a twist. Right hand forward, left hand back. Fingers spread wide, arms engaged. Stay here or reverse this. Left hand, right thigh, right hand to the sky. One more breath here. Windmill your arms as to frame your left foot with your hands. Tuck the toes on the back leg. Lift the back knee. Straighten the front knee into pyramid pose. Fold your forehead towards your shin. Maybe float the toes of the front foot off the mat. Flex them towards your face. One more breath here. Bend the front knee to runner's lunge and then to splits. Urdhva Ekapadasana. Stay here or pulse. Inhale, left knee to the right calf. Exhale to extend. Inhale, connect. Exhale, extend. Inhale. And exhale. Return the right foot to the back of the mat. And then go into easy twist or revolve twist. Right hand down, left hand to the sky. Lift the back of the right thigh. Lift the back of the right knee. Press that right heel into an imaginary wall behind you. Maybe look up. Now gently return the left hand down. Transition to high lunge. Hands go towards the sky. You're welcome to stay here. Keep your core engaged and your lower belly drawn in. Otherwise, sweep the hands to the back of the room. Palms face the floor, forehead above the toes. Draw the lower belly away from the inner thigh. One more breath here. From here, we are going to go to warrior two. So coming up into high lunge and then open the right toes to the right side. Hands go in opposite directions. Gaze straight ahead. Keeping the left knee in line with the middle toe or big toe of the front foot. One more breath here. Inhale to straighten the front knee. Exhale to reach forward and down into triangle. Option to stay here, or you can choose the option to take a half bind. Wrap your right hand around the left hip. Open the right shoulder, look towards the sky. One more breath here. Transition to a runner's lunge and step back to a high plank. Take your flow high to low plank, cobra or upward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Come into child's pose. Big toes touch, knees as wide as the mat. Just taking a rest here for a few moments, connecting with the breath. So in child's pose, just reminding yourself that this is your time for your self-care. There is nothing else you need to do. There is no place else you need to be right now. Two more breaths here. And slowly make your way into downward facing dog. Very good. On the inhale, right leg goes towards the sky. On the exhale, step the foot through between your hands. From here, we want to lower the back knee to the mat, untuck the toes, straighten the front leg to half monkey stretch, Ardha Hanumanasana. And again, not to worry if the hands don't reach the ground, you can sweep the hands to the back of the room. Otherwise, placing the hands on the ground and folding your forehead towards your shin. One breath here. Let's go into a runner's lunge. Now we're going to turn the back foot at 90 degrees like we did in Warrior 2. Place your right forearm gently on the right thigh. Left hand goes up and over. Peel the left shoulder open, gaze towards the sky into side angle. Notice the lower back, notice the hips. One more breath here. Let's now straighten the left hand to the sky. Look down. Place your right hand in front of your right foot. Lift the left leg off the mat. Yawn open the left hip. Left toes point to the left side. Maybe you look to the left side. One more breath. Transition to a forward fold. Once we are here, we sit in chair pose. So either feet at hip width distance, or you can bring the big toes to touch. Heels are slightly apart. We want to tuck that tailbone under to minimize the curve in the lower back. One more breath here. Hands to heart center, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Take your right foot to the back of the mat. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Straighten the front leg as we come into half monkey stretch. Again, reminder, flex the toes towards your face. If the hands don't reach the ground, that's perfectly fine. You can sweep the hands to the back of the room. One more breath here. Slowly return the left foot to the mat. Tuck the toes on the back leg. Lift the back knee. Open the right toes to face the right side and then to side angle. Left forearm, left thigh, right hand up and over. Spin your hips towards the sky. Peel the right shoulder open. Maybe you're looking up as well. Noticing the core and the side body. Straighten the right arm. Look down. Left hand in front of the left foot. Right leg flies. Yawn, open the right hip. Right toes point to the right side. One more breath here. Meet me in a forward fold, Uttanasana, and then go to chair pose, Utkatasana. Biceps frame the ears. Tailbone descends to the earth. Hips push towards the back of the room. 2 breaths here. Hands to heart center, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Step back to high plank. And then take your flow here or go straight to downward facing dog. We'll do the same sequence one more time on both sides. I will provide options like I did last time. It's up to you whether you take them or not. Nothing is compulsory. On the inhale, right leg to the sky. On the exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Half monkey stretch. Stay here. Or left palm on the ground, or left fingertips on the ground. Right hand peels open. You can look towards your right thumb. 1 breath here. Return the right hand down. Transition to runner's lunge. Open the back foot at 90 degrees. Go to side angle. Stay here. Or maybe a half bind. Left hand around the right hip. Maybe a full bind. Right hand reaches from underneath. We hook the fingers together. Yawn, open the left shoulder. Look up. 1 more breath here. Release. Transition to half move. Right hand in front of the right foot. Left leg flies. Yawn, open the left hip. Oh, I nearly fell over. It's hard sometimes to talk and do this at the same time. Transition to a forward fold. From here, we'll go into chair pose. And if I fell over, nothing would have, nothing would have mattered. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. Just a little bit of disbalance, and that's okay. Hands to heart center, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Step back to high plank. Take your flow or go straight to downward facing dog. I try not to take myself too seriously because life is short, yeah? On an inhale, left leg to the sky. On the exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Straighten the left leg to half monkey. Stay here, or right fingertips or palm on the ground. Left hand to the sky. Maybe look towards your left thumb. 1 more breath here. Prepare for side angle. Come into runner's lunge. Right toes to the right side. Left forearm, left thigh. Right hand up and over. Peel the shoulder open. Maybe you take a half bind. Maybe a full bind. Yawn, open the right shoulder. Look towards the sky. 1 more breath. Release. Go into half moon. Right leg lifts. Yawn, open the right hip. Stack it on top of the left. Look to the right side or look down on the mat. Transition to a forward fold and then meet me in chair pose. This time stay here or shift the weight onto the balls of the feet and then sink your glutes towards your heels. 2 breaths. Hands to heart center, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Step back to high plank. Last flow for the practice. Take it or leave it. Make your way into child's pose. As the knees come to the mat, big toes touch. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Sink the hips towards your heels and begin to fold forward. If child's pose is not pleasant, you can always take any expression of rest you may have. You can lie down on the mat, or you can hug knees into the chest. Maybe take a sip of water. We'll be here for another 5 breaths or so. So if I sound like I'm running out of breath, please excuse me, because I like to record my videos in 1 take. Probably because I don't like to do fancy editing afterwards. Yeah. All right, fantastic. Make your way into a comfortable seat. Time to do some pranayam. We're going to do 2 pranayam practices today, and they're both going to be roughly 3 minutes each. Now, with pranayam practice, just a few reminders. The first thing to remember is that we don't want to open our eyes. We want to make sure that our eyes are closed at all times. Why do we do that? Is because so that we have no distractions. The moment we look up or look outside, we're going to start thinking. We're going to start looking at other things around us. So making sure the eyes are closed. And then what I will do is for the first few rounds, I will count the breath for you. Then I'm going to let you be so that you can do it at your own pace. With the kind of pranayam I like to teach, reminder that slower is better. There's no rush to go anywhere. There's no effort to try and rush through our breath, especially our exhales. So let's close our eyes and place our hands wherever they feel the best. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. With the first one, we're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. So take a preparatory inhale and exhale. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 3, 2, 1. Out, 3, 2, 1. Continue like this. Where you inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Remember, slower is better. After your next exhale, return to the gentle rhythm of your breath. Keeping your eyes closed, we will now insert a hold or a pause for 4 after the inhale and after the exhale, making it into a box breath. So take a preparatory inhale and exhale. In for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Out for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. In 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Out 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Continue like this. Where you inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Remember, slower is better. After your next exhale, return to the gentle rhythm of your breath. Sitting here with your eyes closed for a few more moments, observing the breath go in and out of the body. Now softly open your eyes and we'll go into all fours. Come onto your hands and your knees. Bring your wrists below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. We want to place the left foot outside the left hand, coming into a lizard lunge. So left tricep is inside the left knee. Now option 1, wiggle the right foot towards the back of the mat. If you like to go deeper today in this pose, you have a few options here. The first option is to simply roll on the outer blade of the left foot. Now your left hand can go on the left knee. You can push the knee away a little bit. That's your another option. If you like to take it even further, keep the knee out, stay on the outer blade of the left foot and place your forearms onto the mat. Now, if one of the forearms doesn't reach the mat, you can take a block at home or a book and place both your forearms on top of the prop. I prefer to have both on the prop or both on the ground because I find that's a bit more better for hip stability. One more breath here. Now slowly come back up to center and then all fours. Let's readjust and realign. Bring your knees below your hips, wrists below your shoulders. Now placing the right foot outside the right hand. Option 1, wiggle the Right foot towards the back of the mat a bit more. You can stay here if you like to. Otherwise, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot and place the right hand on the right knee. And then option always that is available to you is to bring your forearms onto the ground. I will not be doing it on this side. I'm recovering from a right meniscus tear. So there are some poses that are currently out of reach for me. So I have to listen to my body. So I could do it, but it's going to hurt a lot. And it's not worth it. That means my recovery will get delayed even more. Excellent. Slowly come back to center and then return to all fours. We're going to now lengthen both legs towards the front as we come to take a seat with our legs extended. Bring your feet together and the toes together, the big toes especially. On the inhale, lift and reach. On the exhale, tilt the pelvis forward as you seek the outer edges of your foot. Now, if the hands don't reach the feet, that is okay. You can place them on your shin or ankles. Another option is to bend your knees and then wrap your hands around your knees. So that option is available as well. And now using your exhales to fall deeper into the pose. And some of you, the head may reach all the way down to your leg. Now slowly straighten the spine, let go of the foot. Come to lie down on your back. We want to bend the knees and place the feet on the mat, preparing for bridge pose. Walk your heels towards your hips. You might be able to brush the back of your heels with your middle finger on both sides. Hands by your side. Press into the palms and the heels and slowly begin to lift the pelvis towards the sky. The glutes are engaged here. And the breath is easy and steady. Now I'd like you to visualize a tennis ball between your chin and your throat. So the chin is slightly tucked in, but not touching the throat. 2 breaths here. And now slowly come down, vertebra at a time. Hug both knees into the chest. Maybe gently rock from side to side. Lower the knees to the right side, arriving in a supine twist. Hands go out wide. Gaze over your left shoulder to the left side. Slowly come back to center and then lower the knees to the left. Gaze to the sky or over your right shoulder. Towards the right thumb. Come back to center as you hug both knees into the chest. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. And now preparing for Shavasana, the most important pose of the practice, where we integrate our learnings into our subconscious mind. Heels find the corners of the mat or the edges of the mat. Flop the toes out, relax them. Place your hands by your side. Palms face the ceiling. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Let the body sink into the mat. Close your eyes. and rest. I will wake you up when it's time. Beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move and stretch in ways that come naturally. And rolling over to your favorite side, using your arm as a cushion under your ear. And here offering yourself words of kindness, self-love, and appreciation. And with your eyes closed, coming up into a seat. Hands come together, palms touch. Thumbs press into the sternum. One soft inhale, followed by one soft exhale. Bring the thumbs to third eye center, to your lips and to your heart. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Thank you for joining me for today's practice. Wherever you're in the world, have a great morning, amazing afternoon, or an awesome evening. I will see you soon on the mat. Namaste.